Hi dears, welcome to today's session. Today we are going to start our new chapter, and the name of this chapter is Reflection of Light in Spherical Mirrors. The phenomenon of light always excites human beings. From the ancient period, people tried to understand and explain the characteristics of light. This chapter discusses about the reflection of light in spherical mirrors, the features of images formed by spherical mirrors, its ray diagrams, magnification, and uses of spherical mirrors. In the previous year, you have already learned that images are formed not only on plane mirrors but also on smooth curved surfaces. Did you remember that? And also you have studied about spherical mirrors. Spherical mirrors are mirrors in which the reflecting surface is a part of a sphere. And if the reflecting surface is curved inwards, then this type of mirrors are called concave mirror. And if the reflecting surface is curved outwards, then this type of mirrors are called convex mirrors. Let's see some technical terms associated with spherical mirrors. First one, center of curvature. Center of a sphere of which the mirror is a part is center of curvature, and it is denoted by C. Any line drawn from the center of curvature to the mirror is normal to the mirror. Look at this figure. CA is a line which is drawn perpendicular to the reflecting surface. Like that, CP and CB are also perpendicular to the mirror. So we say, any line drawn from the center of curvature to the mirror is normal to the mirror. Next one, radius of curvature. Radius of curvature of a mirror is the radius of the sphere of which it is a part. Distance from the center of curvature to the reflecting surface of the mirror is the radius of curvature. Here, CA, CP and CB indicates the radius of curvature. Next one, aperture. Aperture of a mirror is the reflecting surface of the mirror. Then, pole. Pole of a mirror is the midpoint of the reflecting surface of the mirror. It is represented as P. And the last one, principal axis. Principal axis of a mirror is the straight line connecting the pole of the mirror and the center of curvature of the mirror. You have already learned the laws of reflection related to plane mirror. What are they? Yes, incident ray, reflected ray, and the normal at the point of incidence are in the same plane. And angle of incidence is equal to angle of reflection. The laws of reflection are applicable to spherical mirrors as well. Let's try to understand it through an activity. Take a concave mirror of known radius of curvature with its midpoint marked. Insert half the portion of the mirror in a cardboard or thermocol sheet as shown here. Fix the printout of a protractor in front of the mirror. Draw the axis of the midpoint which is already marked and mark the center of curvature on it. Let's consider AO is the light ray from a laser torch to fall on the mirror at a suitable angle along the surface of the thermocol. Try to draw the path of the reflected ray. Let's consider the path of the reflected ray is OB. Then find out the angle of reflection. What do you see? So you can understand that angle of incidence is equal to angle of reflection. Repeat the experiment by changing the angle of incidence and analyze the readings. What you have understand from that? Yes, angle of incidence is always equal to angle of reflection. Once again, angle of incidence and angle of reflection are equal in spherical mirrors. Let's conclude today's session. Today we have studied about some technical terms and law of reflection related to spherical mirror. See you again. Thank you.